Your attention, please. The rapid train bound for Taka will soon arrive. You are listening to
This is your captain speaking, right up here in the front of the plane. I'd like to thank you for joining us on WOLFMAN Airlines, flight number √1, providing direct service to Tokyo, or alternately, wherever this puppy decides to run out of fuel. Oh, and if you're wondering about that loud, clanking, rattling sound you keep hearing, I assure you, you are not the only one. Our flight time will be approximately 13 hours and 10 minutes, or around 6-ish episodes of surface noise, depending on how you measure suffering.
Okay, let's start with this. I'm so excited. I just got back from Japan. I'm feeling jet lagged. So I think this is a good time because the Inspirato is still in effect. All right, so I went to Japan. I went for 4 nights and I got to hang out with Tokyo Brian, which was awesome.
What's up, record loving friends? I'm in Shimokitazawa with the one and only Grasshopper.
And then I met
Hold on. Over to SCART today.
And that was amazing. Brian did a great video. I put little inserts in on that.
Nice. One more.
But I'm just going to jump into this right now. So, I don't know where to start. I bought a bunch of different things. I bought toys. I bought books. I bought records. I bought cassettes. I bought like just a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't know where to start. Maybe, okay, so I'll start with, I got the Velvet Underground. That was the biggest one. Wasn't my favorite, but it was definitely a worth getting one. And that's the mono press of Velvet Underground with the sticker. And I like how the sticker is kind of just a little off so you can see the pink. I don't know if you can see that. So that's cool. It's the second press, which doesn't have the torso, but it's a mono. Not in the best condition, but I played it all the way through. I got this at HMV. This was the mono press, and I've never had a mono press. I have many copies of this, but I didn't have a mono. It sounded so good. Like all Tomorrow's Parties felt completely different. And I was like, oh man, the mono version is so dope. It was like a good score for me. And it still had the insert. So that's kind of cool. That's what I started off with as a big score for me, was the Velvet Underground second pressing mono. So that's fun without the torso. Okay, and then I saw this and I was like, it can't be original. The price, like just the price. I was like, no, this can't be original. And then I got them to open it up and I'm like, oh, it's a really early pressing. And they're like, it's water damaged. It's water damaged. It looks like it was never played. So I grabbed it. Carl Dieter from Zach Automat used to play this, and I was like, oh, eventually I'll get one. So I got one for a good price too. And at that same HMV, I got this. And this is a Black Flag bootleg, but it's a bootleg from Canada. So I was like, look, it has the 7-Eleven when I was growing up, and when we first got 7-Eleven and I could finally get Slurpees in like grade 5. Like, oh, I used to look at that sign and be like, that's the place on TV. So that was really exciting. It's the My War Tour in, they say it might be in Winnipeg, which isn't Toronto, but this looks like the Toronto one that I used to go to when I was a kid.
Okay. You, right there, just kicked me in my mouth, so be careful, please.
that was at HMV, and it's right in the middle of the mall, right beside the Starbucks, so I could order my drink and go dig around and come back and think about it. So yeah, I grabbed that. That was super fun. So I'm just walking around the mall. Here's the Starbucks I hit. Super nice. Like, that's the HMV. Look at this. Look how crazy this is. This is where I got the Velvet Underground. It's in a mall. It's crazy. When I went to Japan, I was like, okay, I'll buy all the Throbbing Gristles that I don't have, hopefully some of the bootlegs, and the series of Psychic TV records, and I couldn't find any of those, but I found first Japanese pressing of Greatest Hits, Throbbing Gristles, so I was super happy to get that. It didn't have the OV strip, so it was way cheaper, and I'm like, that's cool with me. I just want like a different pressing of what I already have, because I've lived with the UK one forever, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll get the Japanese one. So that was really cool. I love this Hot in the Heels of Love. Yeah, there's so many good songs on this Hamburger Lady. Anyway, so I scored that and I was like super happy. And then at another store, I found the first Japanese pressing with the OB of 20 jazz funk greats. It's awesome, but it had the OB strip. It's first Japanese pressing, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna bite the bullet and get this, because I really, in my collection needs it. So so I got that, and that was really cool. Oh, I don't even know where to start here. Let's see. Oh, I found this. This is volume 1. I have volume 2. And what's really cool about this, other than it has Mudhoney and what is it? Motorcycle. It has clips through the album that are all dialogue from the film. So it's great. Just crazy dialogue between songs.
He belongs to a friend of ours. And Tom and I are thinking of buying him and using him for breeding purposes.
Keep your grubby hands off, pig!
Suck on the butt! Suck it! Some more! Some more! Suck it out! Recycle maniacs assaulting and killing for thrills! For your own safety, do not fail to see Motorcycle!
So that was good. I was really happy to get that one. I got a Chrome album that I didn't know. It's from some movie. What's it called? Read Only Memory. So I was like, I'm going to take a chance. It was a good price. And I'm like, I haven't seen this one, so I'm going to check it out. I haven't checked this out yet, so that's cool. And at the jazz store, I was looking all over for Sun Ra records. And the ones that I saw, I already had. So it's like, I'm gonna check this one. Hopefully they'll have what I want. Right? This is where I did score some good Sun Ra original hand-done covers back in the day. But that was a long time ago, 10 years ago. Anyway, we're gonna go in. Let's see what happens. And then I found this, and it was $10. I was like, what? It's just a good comp. There's a lot of good ones on here, and I was like, I haven't seen this. It's a ugly cover, but I'm like, cool, I'll grab it anyway. And I got this, India Navigations. I didn't know what it was. I knew that this was the label that put out the Pharoah Sanders Pharaoh album. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try it out. And I listened on YouTube for like 2 seconds, and I was like, yeah, that's good. I'll try it out. So I grabbed that at this Disk Union right here. The Rare Groove one. Cool, huh? So that was really nice. And after I looked, I was like, oh, it's second pressing because it's got the blue font. I had a good talk to Jesse Turbo from Kurt Vile, and he was talking about their second album. So now I'm looking for that, and that's got Vietnam 1 and Vietnam 2 on it. And I was like, oh, that sounds really exciting too. That's now blew me into them to check out their other records. So that was a blind buy, and it was a good price. And I was like, cool, great. Okay, I just got off the train. I think I'm at OCHANOMIZU, and we're going to check out this disc union right here. So let's see what kind of scores I can get, all right? I grabbed the Dr. John. I'll show you a little clip of that Dr. John. And I was like, oh, it's a really good first American press. I spin mine out a lot, so it's kind of hacked. So I got a cleaner copy, which was nice. I went to Disc Union. I'm staying in Shinjuku, so I went to Disc Union's alternative store because I was looking for the Throbbing Gristle thing. And then I found Basquiat's No Wave record. It's the triple album. I think it came out for Record Store Day. I already had it, but I was like, man, it's 20 bucks. And I brought it to the counter, and they were like, oh, man, it's missing side A and B. And it's like, oh, it's a really good book. And like the rest of the album is really good. So I just got another one so I could spin it out and not worry about it. It's totally awesome. But then like 2 days later, I went back to the same alternative store to see what they had, and they had another one. So I brought it to the counter and I asked them, you know, it says there's one record missing. Which is it? And they said C and D. And I'm like, okay, cool. 20 bucks again. So putting them together, I got one solid one. Suicide Hotlines on side A and B. Awesome when he's crank calling, and they just recorded over some like cool synth. He had the Wasp synthesizer. Matt Barassa has that. I still want one. Anyway, so I grabbed 2 of those. At Disc Union, some Disc Unions have color codes and they're in Japanese. They're not always in English. If you buy like 3 records, you get like 10% off or 5% off or 20% off or 30% off. And I just needed one more record. And I found this Soft Machine 7-inch. And I was like, oh, cool. I've never seen that. I'll grab that because it's Soft Machine. And it's off the first album. So I thought that was cute. I grabbed that. Just Japanese pressing. And also at that Disc Union, I found this bootleg of the Ramones. So it has the Simpsons tracks when he does Happy Birthday to Mr. Burns.
Birthday to you! Go to hell, you old bastard.
You know, when he's like, have the Rolling Stones killed. It's the Ramones. Do what I say.
Have the Rolling Stones killed.
Oh, sir, those aren't...
Do as I say.
So I grabbed that. I was like, oh, this is fun. I love bootlegs, and I find that since you can't see the stats on Discogs, bootlegs are usually still cheap. So I got that one just to try it out. I only listened to the Mr. Burns Happy Birthday song, and it was awesome. It was exactly what I wanted. So when I'm spinning out, I could throw that in. It's going to be real fun. It's like 25 seconds. They had the Rema Rema. So I was like, I was really on the fence because it was a little more expensive than I wanted to, but I sold my copy to
Marco Porcia.
and he tracked Rema Rema down and did a whole doc on this record because they broke up before this album was even released, and he tracked them down and they found tapes and stuff. He did a whole doc with one photo of the band, and I was like, oh man, Rema Rema. And you know, Steve Albini did the cover of Rema Rema, Big Black. Rema Rema's so fun.
Rema Rema are like a lost tribe in the Amazon. They're sort of incredibly special, but you really need to find them and search for them.
I had no idea who Rema Rema was. They were faceless, very mysterious to me.
It's such a shame. There's no kind of celluloid posterity for Rema Rema. There's no live footage. You can't see what they were like because they were just a small blip in this post-punk ocean.
I saw Rema Rema at the Screen on the Green. They were unique.
So the first time I heard Rema Rema, I'd never heard anything like it.
Would always be in my top 5 greatest singles ever released.
I feel that record sort of set the benchmark for reggae.
That Rema Rema record was part of my growing understanding of what music was.
Unfortunately, they only did this one record.
It's like a slice of oral archaeology.
You can hardly blame people for not discovering us.
Rema Rema.
What you could not visualize, I watch you through the floor.
Well, now a band no longer exists called Rema Rema.
This is awesome. I was like, okay, what else should I get? So I started going through the cassettes, and I was like, oh, going through the cassettes, I'm like, whoa, they have the Bad Brains cassette. And I'm like, oh, can I open it up and see which one? And then we looked it up, and this is the very first press on Roar Records, or Roar Tapes, if you want to call it that way, of the first Bad Brains record, and it's the yellow cassette. And I was like, oh man, I've had like the 88 version forever, or maybe it's 87, the Roar cassette, but I was like, I need this. This was a very important record, or cassette for me as a kid growing up. This first Bad Brains, I was like, whoa, Attitude, woo, sailing on. Whew, it's so good. This is great. I grabbed this. I'm sure it's the bootleg. It's Ashra Temple Live. That was a blind tape buy for me, and I was like, that's cool. I'll get Ashra Temple because they got some cool stuff. When I was looking through the cassettes, I was like, what are these ones? There's no spine. So I pulled them out, and I was like, oh my goodness, they're Daniel Johnston cassettes, and I collected Daniel Johnston cassettes. I used to write Shrimper Records and order some, and they'd always give me ones that I didn't order because the other ones were out of stock. And then I was like, oh man. So I pulled one out, and it was More Songs of Pain. I was like, oh no, they're the original ones that they glued on. See, no spine. And I was like, what's that with no spine? I pulled that out, and then right beside More Songs of Pain was To What the Whom. And I was like, oh man, there's 2 of them. And I was so happy. So I got those 2 tapes at that Disc Union, and I was like, that's amazing. I'm trying to collect all of them. I have some from when I was a teenager and some I bought over the years. So I just got those 2. And I already have Songs of Pain. And look, I paid $65 for that like 5 years ago. And I was like, oh, cool. And I got that one. And I have that one. And the main one, the hardest one that I that the hardest one for me to get?
My name is Daniel Johnston. This is the name of my tape, and it's Hi, How Are You? And I was having a nervous breakdown when I recorded it.
So I was like, whoa, there it is. That's my Daniel Johnston original tape collection so far. And I found this. So I have the cassette, but I didn't have the vinyl. And this is from '87 on Homestead Records. And I've never seen this at all. So I scored that, and that was really fun. I was like, awesome. And I went to the main corner Disk Union. As in for hip hop, I only got 2 kind of hip hop albums. I have this Live Convention 1982, and it's on Disco Wax Records, and it was a good price, and I couldn't leave it because I love these. I want to hear the audience yelling at them. I want to hear what they're mixing and what they're doing.
Check it out, check it out. Make you clap your hands. Yeah. Just clap your hands to the beat. Yeah. The beat make you clap your hands. Just hands. Like a 1 for the treble and 2 for the bass. See it all, huh? Let's dog the play. You don't stop, you don't stop. That body rock, just clap your hands to the short shot sound. Brace yourself for the monster go down. Got a little news that you all can tell the theater, huh? He got to fly yourself all night, y'all. If it's all night, y'all. You don't go.
So I got that, and I was super happy. For my other hip hop record, I went to the Hip Hop Disk Union, and this was the only one I got. And this is it's Slingbaum. I don't know anything about this artist, but this EP has a song with D'Angelo and ERYKAH BADU, and I love ERYKAH BADU. And this is like, it's like kind of ambient, and then eventually like she comes in and starts singing, and it's really good. And it also has FKA Twigs and stuff on it, but the ERYKAH BADU song, it's ERYKAH. We all have to respect ERYKAH. So I grabbed that. That was awesome.
May the force be with you.
category at LBK. It's not that bad. It comes off once a day after washing your face at night, and it's amazing. It's not that bad at night. It's amazing.